Well, thank you for staying with us right here on the South African Morning. Let's bring you this now. The National Ports Authority has confirmed that 14 crew members on board a ship in the Durban harbour have COVID-19. The authority says that the vessel, U-born, arrived from India on Sunday. It comes amid concerns over an infected traveller from India who recently entered South Africa. So let's get the latest now on the story with the General Manager at the Port of Durban, Mr. Moshe Motlohi. Mr. Motlohi, thank you so much for your time and good morning to you. I mean, just keep us up to speed in terms of, the latest around this particular incident. I understand that these were 14 crew members aboard a ship. What happened as soon as, of course, they reached the harbour?
Good morning. Thanks for having us. The process, maybe let me start at the beginning. When the ships, any ships are calling the South African ports, the captain of that ship is obliged by law to report the health condition of everyone on board the ship. This report is sent to Department of Health, the port health section. Upon them reviewing the report, then they make a call whether the ship should be allowed in or not. In this instance, nothing untoward was reported and the ship was brought in. It started working, but what they reported at that point in time was that as they were approaching the port, that someone had passed away. We then had to inform the authorities for them to go and check when the ship was alongside so that they can establish the cause of death. The body was taken on the 29th, I think at around 2:30 in the morning by the relevant department. SAPS got involved. We got feedback yesterday from them that it was confirmed that the person passed away due to heart attack. Now, everybody else was okay, but as we're preparing the ship for the next voyage to West Africa, we had to do the test of everyone on board so that they can then be released to go to the next port of call. This is when the 14 crew members were found to be COVID positive.
Right. And we send our condolences to the engineer that had passed away. If I could just jump in there, Mr. Motlohi, though. For the crew members who tested positive for COVID-19, before they left India for South Africa, had they, tested for COVID-19 before? Did they give you any information around, any positive COVID test prior to arriving at the harbour?
No, we did not get any report. In fact, given that the voyage was 17 days voyage, the protocol is saying that the master of the ship has to monitor. If anybody within, let's say they conducted this on day one, it would have shown, because it would have gone past the incubation period, they would have shown signs. And this was not reported as the case that somebody has been showing signs. So when the report was given to Port Health, there's nothing that was suggesting that there was something untoward about this, but Port Health can give you further details because they are the ones who receive those reports.
Right. In terms of quarantining and that process upon arrival at the Durban harbour, what then happened? Was there a process where they had to quarantine?
Actually, they are on quarantine because upon us receiving the results that they were positive, we immediately ordered the operation to be stopped. And that nobody should leave the ship and nobody should board the ship. This is what is happening. The ship is on lockdown. No one is allowed on board the ship or no one is allowed to leave. Department of Health is keeping contact with them. If somebody were to need medical attention, this is when they will again get involved and assist that person. But the latest report we got was that there was no need for such people who were still asymptomatic.
All right. Well, of course, we'll leave it there as those updates coming in there. Thank you so much, Mr. Moshe Motlohi, for joining us.